Welcome you all, myself Pransu Kumar Pathak, and in this particular lecture we will understand about the introduction of bioinformatics, basically history of bioinformatics, genomic sequence project, genome sequence project, human genome project, application of bioinformatics, and introduction to databases. So types and kind of databases, application and their limitations also. So literature search databases, basically PubMed and Medline, and you can also search literature from Google Scholar, Sci-Hub, and so forth. And Sci-Hub is very important for those students which are unable to open those which are paid. So you can, for a study purpose, you can download from Sci-Hub also. So you can just type on Google Sci-Hub and you will get it the application. So nucleic acid and protein databases, that is GeneBank, EMBL, DDBJ, Sysprot, and Uniprot. So what is the full form of EMBL? Just comment on my YouTube channel. DDBJ, DNA Data Bank of Japan. And I just want to tell you that you have to search the full form of these things. So animal and plant database, Ensemble, Genome Project for tiger database, Mage databases, and Soul Genome for Lycopersicum Solanaceae family के लिए है ना. So what you have to do, you have to search these things, for Orizy base for Oryza sativa, and tear is basically used for what I have discussed in my previous lecture also. Tear is for Arabidopsis thaliana. So biotechnological databases are EST, SST, GSS, GTG, SNP or SNP analysis. If you want to search motifs, then what you will do? For motif search, I have already discussed about ProSite. You can use pFile, prints and blocks. Databases for species identification and classification, you can go through these. And NCBI you can browse also. So structural databases is very important for crystallographer. So first of all, crystallographer go and search on PDB viewers to know the particular structure of proteins. So PDB, PDB-SEM, NDB, SCOPE and CATH. And what is the relationship between SCOPE and CATH? Please go and check. And I will also describe database retrieval and deposition system. So you can Intrace, Bankit, Autodep, you can use these websites. So BAVE tools and resource for sequence analysis. So you can do pairwise and multiple sequence alignment, and I have discussed and I have demonstrated also about multiple sequence alignment as like ClustalW and Omega, sequence similarity search, BLAST, pattern recognition, motive and family prediction, restriction map analysis, primer designing. Yes, this I will do. This I will make a lecture for primer designing. How you design, how you can design a primer. So gene prediction analysis, phylogenetic tree, I have already covered how to make a phylogenetic tree. So protein structure prediction and visualization. So these are the basic things in bioinformatics that you can use and search. So my dear friend, let's go to the introduction. So why we need bioinformatics? That is the main question which come up in our mind. So dear friend, as you can see here that the sequence, function and age of genomics is from George Mendel, because George Mendel is also called as what? इनहेरिटेंस, लॉ ऑफ हेरिडिटी को दिया था, फादर ऑफ जेनेटिक्स कहा जाता है इन्हें, ना. सो फिर वाटर फ्लेमिंग आए, ठीक है, वेदर फ्लेमिंग आए, क्रोमोजोम के बारे में बताया गया है ना, ह्यूगो डिवारिस, है ना, इन्होंने क्या दिया था, है ना, व्हाट सुटॉन एंड बोवेरी, है ना. सो यू कैन understand how these things are very finely tuned. So DNA is genetic material, right? So go and try to search about these things. You will enjoy a lot. Why molecular biology is dependent on bioinformatics. So these things explain very clearly how molecular biology turned into a bioinformatics. Okay. So these scientists gave tremendous effect in the field of molecular biology and also in the field of DNA discovery. So, my dear friends, landmark in genome and genome sequencing come by the help of bioinformatics, and first of all in 1953 Watson and Crick defined a double stranded DNA structure. And then 1997 में क्या हुआ था? Frederick Sanger, Maxwell and Gilbert developed technique for DNA sequencing. Each and every topic is very crucial, my dear friend. So if you want to go and if you want to really learn bioinformatics, try to learn the molecular biology and try to know the inside and depth of molecular biology also. Okay, so in 1983 Kary Mullis developed PCR, and you know PCR is the heart of molecular biology. Without PCR, we can't do anything in the field of molecular biology. So basically, PCR is very effective technique. In 1991, developed microarray. You know, microarray is used for expression analysis of gene, and you can also use real-time PCR for what? Gene expression analysis. So how RT-PCR and microarray is different among each other? Try to comment in my comment box. Okay. In 1998, sorry, this Walker multiplex of DNA sequencing. What is multiplexing? Multiplexing means you have so many genes, suppose X, Y and Z. 3 genes are there and you can spot it. You spot all the genes on a single plate and you want to know the effect. So in this, what you will do? You will do multiplexing. So this scientist able to do multiplexing in 1998. What is the main impact? To understand the Human Genome Project. So draft of Human Genome is released in 2001 and 2003 the Human Genome sequencing is completed. And we cannot say that it is finely tuned and everything is okay in Human Genome Project. Till date there are so many things is going on and project is continued. In 2004 and 5 commercial launch of NGS. NGS means nucleotide next generation sequencing platform for the sequencing technology, that is 454, okay, Illumina and ABI Solid. I will discuss more about the DNA sequencing in upcoming lectures, so till you have to wait. So in 2010 single cell sequencing is very much prominent because there what is happening, you know, from 1953 to 2010 gradually the revolution in the field of genomics and bioinformatics is very prominent. Okay, so so as you can see here that development and progress and evolution in the field of bioinformatics is very gradually and very finely tuned. So nowadays it is very important technique of sequencing and various platforms have been developed for high throughput sequencing and result. You can stop here, pause my video and try to learn each and every things in the particular slide. So in 1953 DNA is double helical in nature. 1997 Sanger sequencing, maximum Gilbert sequencing and all. In 1998 RFLP, restriction fragment length polymorphism. Okay. In 1983, what happened? Kary Mullis developed PCR technique, and by the help of PCR technique, my dear friends, as you can see that the today world is basically dependent on Kary Mullis for PCR. So we are hugely, and you cannot predict that how much importance of PCR in the field of molecular biology. As a MSc student, you will never understand it, but if you really go to the lab, you will always see the PhD scholar. They are just busy in doing PCR and all. Each and every day they are putting reaction and just doing PCR. What you are doing, bro? I'm doing PCR. Nothing. Result is nothing, but we are doing PCR and PCR and PCR. And then after PCR, when you will got that fragment and you got a particular fragment length of your desired size, what you will do? You will sequence it and you will try to confirm your sequence, that whatever I am getting, that is the my sequence. Okay, so high throughput sequencing and genotyping is very much important and prominent in 1990 or 1986 to 1996. The sequence high throughput sequencing platform has been developed. Okay, so Human Genome Project is very much important to understand, my dear friends. It's drafted in 2001 and about to completed in 2003, but there are so many till progresses are going on in the field of Human Genome Project. So nowadays next generation sequencing, that is the NGS sequencing, is much more prominent and it is widely used. So bioinformatics definition. So the design, construction and use of software tool to generate, store, annotate, assess, analyze data information relating to the molecular biology. Because what we are doing, just why we are using bioinformatics? For enhancing the molecular biology functional analysis and their nature. Okay, or what? Biologist doing a stuff with computer, because for bioinformatics you must have to assess computer. Without assessing computer you cannot do anything. So computer is also a very important thing for bioinformatics here. Okay, so here we consider use of bioinformatics tools rather than their design and construction. So we cannot design right now any software and all. So what bioinformatician, there are two types of bioinformatician: one who developed something and one who is using these tools. So in this basic whole classes, what we will do, we will just use these bioinformatics tools. So application of bioinformatics, genetics related application, sequence comparison, linkage analysis, phylogenetic tree, sequence assembly and annotation, comparative genomics. You can compare two genome, how this why this genome is differ from this genome. So you can always do comparative genomics, proteomics, metabolomics, pharmaceutical and pharmacogenomics also you can use by drug discovering and computer drug design aids. And you can also check by the help of molecular docking how this molecule is interacting with your drug. So system biology is also important to understand for bioinformatics. So what is the basic funda? Larger scale, when you will see, we will find 20 amino acid sequence for protein and only 4 sequence for the DNA. So tell me, my friend, what is more difficult, DNA sequencing or protein sequencing? Obviously protein sequencing is much more difficult in comparison to the DNA, because in DNA sequencing you have only 4, A, T, G, C. In RNA you will get uracil more, so only 5 bases. But in protein, permutation and combination of 20 is more or 4 is more. Obviously 20 is more. So studying protein sequence is difficult in comparison to the DNA sequence. So फास्टा फॉर्मेट में क्या हुआ कि बहुत सारी चीज आप गार्बेज की तरह लाके छोड़ दिया, ठीक है, बट दिस इज नॉट सफिशियंट. यू आर जस्ट एनसीबीआई पे क्या होता है, आप जैसे ही कोई चीज रिसर्च करते हैं, नई सीक्वेंसेज आती है तो यू जस्ट अपलोडेड. But just imagine NCBI is a portal and so many things are stored daily. On daily basis NCBI is storing so much information on their sites. So it is as like a garbage, and in garbage you have to choose your interest and interest of gene. So it is very much difficult to know a particular gene from the mass of the data. So, oh my God, what should I do? Now, there are a lot of things are there. You have to choose only single thing. So, sequence analysis and overview. So, nucleic acid sequence or protein sequence. Obviously, you have only two things. Whether you have nucleic acid sequence or protein sequence. Okay. So, database, what you will do? Data retrieval system, both from nucleic acid and protein database. Sequencing project management, okay, and primer designing. That is the whole goal. If you have nucleic acid, what you will do? Sequencing project management, and then you will design your primer. What will you do? Distinction mapping. If you have to use and then you will cut your genomic sequence for the proper understanding. Then DNA RNA folding, seeing the coding region. I have already covered these things. Translate to amino acid and then protein. So इतनी सारी चीजें I have already covered in our previous lectures. So nucleic acid analysis is also very much important. Database similarity search is also important, and then you will do pairwise alignment or multiple sequence alignment. What is the difference between pairwise alignment and multiple sequence alignment? Pairwise alignment, it means you are just comparing two sequences, and if you are comparing more than two sequences, then this is multiple sequence alignment. Usually you can use BLAST, or you can use Clustal W, Clustal Omega, and so on and so forth for multiple sequence alignment. Okay, so now if you will do it and everything, then what you will do? Now you have to do a structure prediction, and then structure analysis is also much important. Then you will do motifs and pattern. In that, meme suit is also important. In what? In your pattern recognition. Okay, then you will design and you will create phylogenetic tree, which I have already covered, and then you can also do protein sequence analysis, and after protein sequence analysis you can predict that function of that particular protein. So basically this is your what? Sequence in FASTA format. That is the your sequence. I have just copied from the NCBI, and what you have to do, just you have to BLAST, which I have already covered. My dear friend, when you will BLAST, you will just found this type of format, which I have already covered in my lecture. So if you are not able to go and if you are not able to do these things, try to learn and try to do something on your laptop, then you will understand bioinformatics. Otherwise it's very difficult, my dear friends. Okay, so I have already told you that this is ATG, this is your TGA, and between how much intron this sequence have, how much intron? 2 exons, and between 2 exon there is 1 intron. So this is your 5' UTR, a 3' UTR is not written here. So this is basically what? This is C, D and A, and this is what? When you will join this segment and this segment, this segment and this segment, means let's say this is 1 and this is 2 and this is X. So your cDNA is as like that, 1 X 2. This is your intron. When you will remove it, then you will join 1 and 2. This is your the functional gene. Okay, understand? Okay, so this is your NCBI. You can also conserve domain, you can search and you can see the conserved domain in that particular segment also. So NCBI is much more important. On NCBI you can do anything. कहा जाए तो NCBI पे आप बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं, हर कुछ आप NCBI से कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि NCBI एक ऐसा टूल है जो आपको बहुत कुछ सिखाता है. Sorry. So this is basically, आप रैसमॉल अगर आप डाउनलोड करेंगे तो रैसमॉल पे आप क्या कर सकते हैं, कोई भी 3D स्ट्रक्चर को आप देख सकते हैं. सो रैसमॉल इज अ सॉफ्टवेयर that you can use this Rasmol and you can able to see the PDB file. So PDB file you have to read, you have to download some software to see these basically 3D structures. Okay, so this is 3D structure and this is the similar, this is multiple sequence alignment of that protein. Okay, so now this is the human genome project. I have just browsed from there and then just I have taken snapshot of that and just I have given you to see the flavor of human genome project. So science is really developing and human genome project is day by day increasing, and you have to understand these things very much. These things are very much important. And dear friend, try to go on this site and try to learn more and more about these things. Okay, so nobody will tell you to go this site and search it and just go and do things. Okay, you have to go and you have to search, you have to try, because this is all about your try. If you will try, then you will learn. Okay, so from this we want to show how these things are related to each other. As you can see here that potato and tomato is very closely related, but monkey flower is somehow distantly related to these two. But as you will go down, the relation will be more not efficient in comparison to the above one. So जैसे जैसे आप नीचे जा रहे हैं उनके बीच की जो डिस्टेंस है वो बढ़ रही है ना. जैसे जैसे वो डिस्टेंस बढ़ रही है, क्या हो रहा है, जैसे जैसे डिस्टेंस बढ़ेगा तैसे तैसे उनके बीच की जो होमोलॉजी है, उनके बीच जो आइडेंटिटी है वो भी क्या होगी, कम होती जाएगी. Identity in homology will gradually decrease when you will go from these clades. Okay, so the number of published genome is gradually increasing. It's a start in between 1999 and in 2012. As you can see now, this is gradually increasing, but in 2020, my dear friend, it's really very pathetic year for all of us. This lockdown created a lot of things, and I can't discuss more about these things. Let's come to the next. So this is also much important. I have just something I have just taken from other sites, and I just want to give you some flavor that there are so many things. Arabidopsis thaliana is a model organism, and basically, my dear friend, I am working on Arabidopsis thaliana. So this is my model plant and I love it because the diversity of Arabidopsis is very important, and if you will understand, you will know the nature of this is very small plant, but it's very difficult to manage. So this is genome, and you can see here that how we can do multiple sequence alignment. I have already done for you by the help of bioinformatics tools. So my dear friend, I have already told you about the tear, and what is the value of tear you can know about Arabidopsis. Okay, and this is for the RISE genome projects. So you can go and just try to write on Google. You will got all these ideas about bioinformatics. It's just about the net and just about how you will use these things. Okay, because bioinformatics is nothing, just a Solbak. So what you will do, you have to just type these things on your Google. You will already go through these things and you will really enjoy it. So bioinformatics is just a subject of enjoyment, nothing more. So that is the Maze GDB. I have already told for the, this is the website for database for Maze. Graminy for whole Graminy family. Okay, this is for the banana genome hub for banana, and this is plant restome beta for what? This restome is now available in beta version. It is freely for plant pathway database. You can analyze the pathway in the particular plants. Okay, how this pathway is going on, how the flux is going on. You can go and you can just search. So this is all about my. So thanks for your patience. Bye.